It's just about that time of the week. Time for the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Grab your friends, family, waifus, and husbandos, and join your favorite weebs for an exciting show of anime talk. Hosts Crimson, Frenchie, Wigwiki, and Zario Machini will review and suggest shows, talk about news from the industry, and tackle some of the biggest arguments in the world of anime. It's the Weekly Weebs Podcast, starting now.
Hello, this is the Weekly Podcast. What? I'm going to turn this into a rap. Hey, you remember that time you kissed his foot?
Yeah.
I was just trying to distract it from my fuck up just then.
I'm sure that we still have that picture on our Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But this is the Weekly Pop. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, guys.
Come back on the rebound. Still missed.
Okay, welcome back to the Weekly Weebs Podcast. Fucking crushed it. First try. I saw something over the weekend on TikTok. Don't know if it's true. I hope it's true. Really do.
I'm taking it at its word.
That's awesome. There's real life hunter exams happening.
Yeah.
Real life hunter exams. That's gonna have like 5 stages of stuff, and out of like the 1,000 applicants that apply, only 10 get it, and then you get into an elite portal of hunters and connect with other hunters, and missions will be available one day apparently.
An online portal, not a magic teleportation portal.
Yeah.
But like, how fucking crazy would that be?
That'd be pretty wild.
This is real. If it's real, there's real hunters in the world, and what if they just start killing motherfuckers? I mean, they have the license though, so I guess it's fine. But what if this is just a ploy brought together by the world governments to make assassins?
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing. You'll never know unless you become a hunter.
Now, here's the thing. I brought this up to them off there, but I think that we should all get in shape within like 3 to 5 years and go take the hunter exam when we're all in our early mid-30s.
Yeah, if you're thinking 5 years, I will be 35.
Yeah, mid-30s. And just go fucking crush this thing.
There will be like a bunch of like 25-year-olds there just sprinting past us. Or just
You know, they have to complete the run. If we fucking trip them and hurt them, fair game.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They literally fought people while they're like, shit got rough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let people die, though, in this.
We don't know that.
Fair, but...
If people sign a fucking thing, then they sign a thing.
I mean, yeah, if there's a waiver, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen McCanny Manor?
No.
I don't know if it's that's what it's called, but it's that one like horror house or haunted house that's like somewhere in the United States that you have to pay in dog food to go, and you have to sign a contract, and they like literally just torture you.
Yeah, I've seen videos on that, and like all the employees are like ex-inmates and stuff like that.
Yeah. So shit like that, but I think we should definitely try it within like 5 years.
Yeah.
We start training now. Who's to say what we do in the future and overcome? You know, we could possibly, all 4 of us could become hunters.
Could be.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe it's not a race. Maybe it's just who completes the run. You know what I mean?
Well, here's a question. Will I be allowed to ride a skateboard like Killua did?
That's actually a really good question.
Can I break out my Heelys?
Because Killua did not run at all.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like all of us, regardless, 10 to 15 miles of walk/running, your feet are going to be blistered and torn to shreds.
That's why we train, man. People do it all the
You
time.
can train, but 10 to 15 miles?
Marathons that are like 25 miles, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's fair.
We'll just go. We'll go to Colorado, up in the mountains where the air is thinner, and we'll just do a bunch of running. That's where like Olympic athletes go to train for like cardio and stuff like that.
And we're not sprinting. We're just like...
Yeah, it's endurance.
It's an endurance thing, so you're not fucking
we're like jogging.
Yeah. That's actually one of the main reasons why, I think from what I remember correctly, why we are endurance... Holy fuck, as humans, why we were so good at hunting back in the day. Is we would just fucking... How they would get shit is they would just chase animals down, basically, and they'd run away, and they'd get tired. But our endurance is so good that we could just keep following them, and then they would just keep running until they just got exhausted and couldn't run anymore.
Yep.
And then that's when we would kill them to eat.
Yep.
So we're like built for in like maybe not everybody, you know. I mean, I got bad knees, you know what I'm saying? But like
Same.
Yeah,
as
me
a
too.
species, we're like good for like running for a long time.
Yeah.
As a species, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
not
I'm
as
saying.
individuals.
Yeah, because I got bad knees.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to pass the hunter exam. As much as fun as I think
Not with that.
it
attitude.
wouldn't be.
We should just go to experience it together.
Yeah,
Say the
yeah,
weebs.
yeah. We'll enter no matter what.
But we're not gonna. We're not.
And everything past that's in God's hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the attitude that I'm gonna fucking win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'll
all
be
a
happy if
mental
I make
thing.
it to 2 miles.
I'm saying it's all a mental thing. You know.
I'll
I feel like
mentally
if
be
we-
happy if I could
feel
take
like
2 miles.
if we train for 5 years, you'd be definitely able to do more than 5.
5 years of training is a lot. Like,
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
Definitely
yeah.
more than
like,
5.
like that is like a night and day difference if you're actually like committed to training.
Yeah.
I honestly guarantee you, right now, you could probably run 3.5 miles. not
Me
even
in my current state,
Yeah, not even playing.
I could maybe knock out 2.
You could do 3.5.
I don't think I could do 3.5.
That's if you just don't
Ba-
give up. You know what
I would say
mean?
back when
But,
I
like,
was
you could
in
do it.
JROTC in high school, like we had to do the 1 mile, and that was all like that was roughing on me in high school.
Yeah, but there's timing you for that.
Yeah, that's true.
You're not timed. I'm just saying you could probably do 3.5 miles easy. Not easy, but you could do it.
Without being timed, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair. Without being timed,
Like
yeah.
that is just a steady jog.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
In through your nose, out through your mouth. That's what I'm saying. We could do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my news today because that sounds super interesting, and I was like, holy fuck, this is real. You know, and it's pretty fucking crazy. It's pretty nuts. And, you know, and I think that would be a cool thing to experience.
Stop grabbing my fucking pop.
My goal today is to fucking tilt Higgins. That's what
I already told you I will kick you in the face. You know what? Just to get ready, socks are coming off.
Listen, we gotta train for this, dude. We gotta,
All right.
You know what I mean? How are we gonna do the combat thing if you can't actually kick me in the face? You know what I mean?
It's gonna be really hard anyway, cause yesterday I went roller skating with some. I'm putting my fucking pop over here.
That's fucked up. Why would you do that?
To
I
prevent
don't
you from
trust
taking
you.
it.
Yesterday I went roller skating with some of my church peeps, and I haven't gone roller skating since I was a freshman in high school. It was a long time ago, by the way. And
It was rough.
my body hurts.
Yeah.
Did you know that roller skating is a workout?
Yes.
Facts.
Did you skate or blade?
Skate.
Gotcha.
Can I ask you guys a question?
What's up?
Just did.
Who am I?
Charlie Chaplin.
Nope.
Big- nope.
You're one of those like
Oh,
monkeys with a fez.
Nope. I will only accept one answer. You guys, if you,
Odd
haven't,
job.
if you haven't seen this movie, I'm gonna be upset.
Dude, there's so many movies and things
the
we've
penguin?
watched.
No, it's specifically the name
You're-
of the character, what they call him.
You're the mayor from the Powerpuff Girls.
No, you're getting closer though, but wait, it's newer, not like new midway time frame.
Freddy Fazbear?
Nope, movie, cartoon,
Okay.
A
the
cartoon.
is there. You
cartoon
said movie. I'm
movie.
like, there's a
Animated-
FNAF movie.
animated movie, not anime, American,
American animated
not.
movie.
I don't know if it's comic actually, but it's not like comic. It's very popular. I'll give you a hint. Future.
I don't watch a lot of the new shit lately.
It's not new. It's like when we were in school.
That doesn't help me because my memory's shit. I got nothing.
If
You're
I
gonna
fucking
say
say
it.
it,
You'll
I'll
say
be
it. I'm gonna
pissed.
immediately know
Yeah.
what it is.
Imagine I'm like tall and super skinny and lengthy, and I used to be an orphan.
Man with the yellow hat.
And my roommate,
Is it
my roommate became.
is
a
it
famous
Meet the
attorney.
Robinsons?
Yes.
Oh my god, are you the bowler hat?
I'm the fucking bowler hat guy.
It came out in like 08, 09. That
Yeah,
movie's
when we were in
old.
school.
I guess
Not
that's
as
fair.
old as the Powerpuff Girls.
Well, when you said old, my first thought was like high school. I guess I didn't think about the rest of school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I was. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Blue Lock, motherfuckers. I don't remember what episode we left off on.
So far, I haven't been here for any of the discussion.
That's fair. That's fair. What episodes did you guys leave off on?
last week's.
Oh,
So this newest one from Saturday I watched today.
I'm caught up, episode 35.
Same.
So, did you guys see the substitution that they made?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
With spiky hair?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw
Gor-
his dope
gorilla
ass
dude.
shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him going
Okay,
into
cool.
the zone, or the flow, excuse me.
Yeah. So we can just talk about all the way from them. I think. Let me go look
So I think it's
at Crunchyroll.
last 5 episodes?
Maybe. Did we watch the first 6? Did we talk about the first 6, right?
We talked about the first 6.
Yeah. So it'd be.
1, 2. That's season 1.
I'm on it.
1, 2, 3. So from 31 to 35.
Yeah, so 31. So yeah, so they
Right?
have they started the match to that one. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they were setting up. Okay, yeah. So what are your thoughts? Since you weren't here for the first discussion between 1 and 30. 25 and 31. Sorry.
I gotta say the tryouts I thought were pretty boring, and I think so. I'm gonna start with this because I think I have a problem, and that's
Yeah, you let me touch your fucking pop.
Now he has 2 problems.
yeah. So when we were going through Blue Lock season 1, I felt like I was really excited about this show, like as it was coming out, and I was like loving the characters and like the evolutions they were having.
Yeah.
And then how much of a time gap between the ending of when the last episode of season 1 came out to when the season 2 premiered?
I think it's.
Like
not
a
that
year?
big. I don't feel like it's that big of a time gap.
I don't even think there's a year. I think it's like right after,
Like, maybe like a
a
week
few,
or something.
like yeah. I'm
Yeah.
saying
The
if-
episodes. When
Oh,
the-
like
Oh, like
when
a year.
season 1 ended versus when
Like a-
season
like
2
a ye-
started.
like
Not
a year.
in time show, real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
like a year,
yeah, about a year.
like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that time, I basically forgot everything about everybody. So we're kind of jumping in now, and now I don't care about any of the characters, and that made the tryouts really boring, and also I feel like this season is relying a lot on 3D character models.
Oh yeah.
And it is disgusting.
This season's animation is
It's ass.
garbage.
It's
Except for
real
that
gross.
some of the things that they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put all our budget in one specific scene to what we've seen so far, and that's with that one epic shot with the fucking
Yeah, and
stuff like that.
so I kind of fell into this pattern as I've been going through this, where I'm watching it. It's like, all right, we're playing soccer. Things aren't going well. I need a quick glow up right now, so I better kick the ball slightly differently.
Yeah, that's fair.
and then it happens, and then everybody's standing around thinking about it, and then it happens again. And I'm just like, whoa, okay.
But in season 1 when that happened, that was fucking sick. Like
Yeah.
everything looked cool. They actually let
Yeah.
you see it instead of they kick the ball, the frames freeze and it's just like a little spinning ball and nothing else is moving,
Yeah,
and then it gets into the goal and it sits there with the still goal with the ball moving still.
yeah. Maybe that was part of the problem too. I feel like I'm not being pulled in at all like the first season was. And now that we're in the game against the U20 team, that one is more like actually more exciting. And it also is like
Poorly animated. Oh,
it's definitely that. But it's also the first time this season that there were stakes, because season 1 there were stakes every match.
you
Yeah.
fuck up, you're going home, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then the tryouts is just like, I mean, even if you don't win, maybe you'll still end up as like a substitution on the team.
Yeah.
Like we'll see what happens. So now things are getting like a little more exciting again. you know, the pink blondie. I don't know anybody's
The
names.
devil.
Yeah. His. I've been really digging his like kind of dragon motif he's been going, like how his aura has been growing wings and kind
That
of
was
stuff like
fucking
that.
sick. When he grew those wings and he fucking jumped up
Yeah.
and hit that ball, I was like, holy fuck! And I'm excited to see the chain reaction of
Yeah.
the flow states.
Yeah, my favorite parts so far about season 2 have been like poster moments, and that's cool. But I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Like this show is really good at making posters.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
that's been my gripe with this whole season as a whole. Is like season 1, I liked season 1 because it had solid animation and really solid like moments where like you could tell there was like a a boosted animation or something like that, and there was like motion. Whereas with this one, it seems like a lot of it is just still mo's of moments that are happening,
Yeah.
and then they're blowing most of the budget on like specific big moments
That are
versus
like fucking
single
5
kicks.
seconds long.
Exactly. I'd rather have the animation of the entire show be solid with a couple of slightly peaker moments.
Like the first season.
Yeah.
Versus horrible animation now
Ass.
just so they could, nut all over 5 seconds of really good animation.
Busting their load too quick, man.
They really are.
They're not edging us at all.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just want to get it over with.
Yeah,
I guess so.
We want a goon, guys.
Yeah.
My worry is that this season might...
I don't want to make you late for work. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll just tell them that my car broke down. Just take your time.
Yeah. My thing is, I'm worried that with the way the animation has been this season, either there won't be a third, or the third will be the final. I know there's a lot more Blue Lock that can still be covered,
Yeah.
but they've been getting a lot of backlash from the stupid shit they've been doing this season versus last.
Or-
Oh, so
The
it's not
third's-
just us that
no,
feel
Correct.
it's everywhere, dude.
Okay.
Or the third isn't gonna be the final season, and they fucking fixed their mistake.
Yeah, I mean that's
That
how it
is
was
also
for
true.
that's how it was for Seven Deadly Sins, where they had that one. What was it? Season 3. That was just
where it was just
like,
everybody was just bleeding cum.
yeah, and the animation was just dog
Jizz.
shit.
Yeah. It was bad.
They ruined like the most anticipated fight of the series between
Escanor and
Meliodas
Meliodas, yeah.
Escanor, and then but the 2 seasons after that went back to being amazing. But
Yeah.
it's just that one season.
Where it actually
Was-
mattered. It was like the season that mattered the most was the worst animated.
Yeah,
And my worry is that that's going to be a situation with this. Is either it's going to be they're either going to fix their mistakes and do season 3 right, they're going to fuck up and do season 3 wrong, or they won't get a season 3.
they got a movie coming out too, right? Or
It's
is that
already
already
out.
out?
They had one already out, yeah. I think
So
that
is that where all their budget went?
maybe.
Probably. I haven't seen the movie yet.
But it's basically just a recap of the first season, but
Oh,
through the point
garbage.
of view of Nagi and the purple-haired guy.
Oh, yeah.
It's maybe the white-haired and the purple-haired guy. Their story.
No thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm still invested because I didn't really forget a lot of the stuff from before. Because I really liked the first season quite a bit.
Yeah, I
Enough
like
to
the first
remember a lot about what was going on. I think, anyways, from what I remember. Well, I think I watched the first episode and I was like, "What's happening?" And then I was like, "Okay, now I remember everything."
Mm-hmm.
But like I like seeing like for sports anime for me specifically, even if I don't really get to see it, that's a big part though. That's a huge part. But getting like the intense moments of dialogue, with a
Yeah.
little bit of like when it comes to that devil guy talking about him breaking his limits, he's like, I can still feel a goal behind me.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff, or when Isagi went to go talk to his fucking coach and he was like, fuck all that future stuff that you're telling me about. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I want to fucking win.
Yeah.
And like those moments, I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah, fucking whoop some ass, dude. Like those specific moments, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's enough to like keep me driving. And I feel like hopefully for more people too, not just me, that is also just something that at least gives it enough popularity still to keep it hyped on.
Those moments also happened more in the first season too.
Oh yeah.
But that's partially because we really benefited from having like a lot of time in world between games in the first season. Like in the first season, it's like a game a day or something, and then they and then they train and hang out with each other, eat, and they kind of like take that time to really build the characters. And this one, all the character development has to happen like in action, which kind of just goes back to what I was saying earlier about I gotta kick the ball differently.
But at least that's part of the plot this time.
It is. It's just repetitive.
Yeah. Well,
and that's my
yeah.
that's
They're trying
just
to
pulls
get
me
into the
out.
flow state. Yeah.
I think that's going to be tricky. I mean, with sports anime, that's always going to kind of be a thing. Is like, there's going to be moments where it sounds like, the character development moment is going to sound really fucking dumb in that aspect of like, I have to kick the ball this way now, or I have to, like with IQ, I have to hit the ball this way now, kind of thing.
I mean, I said it in like a comedic way to kind of over exaggerate it, but that is basically what's happening, though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But so did they do that in Megalobox though?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think these are like, I have to do a right jab instead. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm so excited for you guys to watch Ippo. I literally just finished it like last week, and I'm excited to watch
The
it
whole
again.
show, or just the first 28?
It's the first. So it's it's 75 episodes in total, plus 3 OVAs. But we're not watching those. If you guys like it, I don't know if you can watch it at your own discretion. But I was trying to look at a good fucking like block of where to end it, and I was gonna try and stick between 24 to 23, but that was in the middle of a tournament. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to 28. That's the end of the there's that side of Japan's tournament, and then the
Gotcha.
next block is for another thing, which is gonna be, I think, shorter than 28. Because there's only 75 episodes, and we're already watching 28 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's
and
over a third.
Yeah, so I think the next part is just going to be fucking maybe like 14, 20 episodes possibly, because it's just the champion, the Japan featherweight #1 stuff, and then the next part is the Japan champion.
Gotcha.
And then after that, are you gonna pick Toriko back up? Because what, we watched the first 25 as an assignment for that, something like that?
Well, the reason why I watched Ippo was just because I watched it a while ago, stopped watching it, and then came back to it, just finished it, because like, I need to finish this. It
Yeah.
was 75. So now I might be like, I haven't watched fucking Toriko in a long time, and I might just fucking binge the fuck out of it here soon.
There you go.
But I'm not going to do 25 episodes every 4 weeks for Toriko.
Thank God. Oh, hi, Marls.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to watch that, because that's a good show.
Nice.
Good show.
I got a couple episodes knocked out today out of
Actually,
Ippo. I got 2 out.
what episode you on?
The last episode I watched, he just got into a sparring match.
Hell yeah. It's a good show. I like it a lot.
I am watching it at like 1.5 speed because
Don't do that.
as soon as I saw the animation, I was like, oh, if
No,
I don't,
dude, it's
28
so
episodes.
good.
It
It's all, dude. You're gonna fuck yourself, dude. I'm telling you. You're gonna
maybe,
do so much
but
stuff. It's not gonna be enjoyable.
I think weirdly enough, I'm enjoying it more at 1.5 speed than I think I would at 1. Just because the pacing just feels so weird. We'll talk about that later.
I don't know how any show can be enjoyable like that, unless you're like trying to make it funny.
It's not gonna be. It takes so much out of it. Anyways. But yeah, who was it? I felt really bad for was it Chiguri?
Oh yeah, with his crane, with his Charlie horse that he had,
and
basically.
the fucking holy fuck. The coach was like, "You want to be able to play, be able to run the whole fucking game."
Yeah.
You stupid bitch. I was just like, fuck.
Remember this moment. Don't let it happen again.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, where do you think you are right now? This is fucking Blue Lock.
Yeah.
Think you can have Charlie horses here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy it was a Charlie horse and wasn't like his knee shattered
Yeah.
again. I was when he I was worried. I was really nervous. I was like, "Fuck, not again!"
Facts.
Because I actually enjoy that character.
He's cool shit.
He is cool as shit.
I also really enjoyed the back kick thing that Nagi did.
Yeah, that was
That
cool.
was fucking epic. I don't know if that was in that first thing or not, the first part, but when he did that fucking like heel kick up thing, spin kick, and
Yeah.
roll.
I think that happened in the tryouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was in the actual match.
Which?
That was the first goal that was scored against U20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
What was I? Oh fuck! What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I've stopped really giving a shit about the main character.
Isagi?
Yeah.
Why, bro?
Because the thing with this season is it doesn't really seem like it highlights him much. This season feels like it's highlighting a bunch of the other characters, and his whole thing is he's pretty much a starter, but he still sucks compared to the rest of the team.
And that's why they're highlighting him, because he's gonna fucking come back and
I
blow him
know.
all out of the water.
I
He's gonna be
know.
like, suck my fucking dick.
I know that's going to happen, but
Yeah.
I just, for right now, I just don't care about him.
That's
He's
true.
just kind of
I
is
think,
there.
I think the next episode you're gonna be like, holy fuck.
And also, all of it's about Sai and the other guy who's like on the U20 team.
The
brother.
brothers?
Yeah, it's about the brothers right now, really,
Oh, yeah.
it seems.
So I think what's happening
like
is
their arc.
that
Yeah.
they're trying. So, and you know, the whole fucking show, they've been talking about devouring other people's egos. Like, your
Yeah.
ego has to be the best. And what I think they're doing is trying to show us. And now, okay, I may be looking into this way too much, you know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck. Basically, is what I feel like they're doing. And why they're not focusing on Isagi that much is because he's, one, falling behind, and all the other people's egos are taking over and outshining him, and he's slowly getting devoured. And I think that ego actually thinks Isagi's gonna be the number one guy, right? I feel like he has a feeling, and that's why he specifically told the dude that they just recently subbed in to fucking play like whatever. Purposely ignore everything that they said. He's like, I'm just gonna do it anywhere, and just
Oh,
focus.
the donkey guy.
Yeah, and just focus on devouring Isagi, because he knows. But he says it's all up in the air, you know, according to plan. But he knows that is the greatest chance he has at awakening Isagi like fully is by having him feeling like he's not doing fucking jack shit and getting devoured. That's when he's gonna be like, nope. And then
even during this game, he's been complaining to himself about how he hasn't been scoring.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to get in this game.
and that's why they're focusing on so many other people, because their egos are taking over the game instead of him. And I feel like that shows in the storytelling a little bit. And I think soon, by putting that one dude in and him fucking like going ham, which I love that so much. I love that character.
Yeah, he's cool. I like his like Black Lightning
Yeah.
aura that he's got.
I think Isagi's
True.
gonna. I think within the next episode, towards the end, something's gonna happen with Isagi.
Yeah, he'll probably end up getting like the game-winning goal at least, or something, or he's gonna get a goal because they're at what 3 points or it's still 2 points.
I think this.
Is it 3-2 or 3-3?
It's
3-2 U20.
Okay.
I don't-
U20 winning.
I don't think, and I'm not a soccer person, but I think in soccer, there's no max goals.
Nope.
I think just in Blue Lock there was a total of 5.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so they're playing to time.
Yeah, and I think that's why that one
Gotcha.
guy said, "I won't like acknowledge you unless you score a hat trick," and I think a hat trick's 10 goals. Maybe. I'm not sure. Hey Google, how many goals can be scored in soccer?
Oh, hat trick is used to define when a player achieves the feat of scoring 3 goals in a single game.
Oh, okay.
So it must be pretty tricky to do for one person to get 3 goals in one game.
Mm-hmm.
That might be, yeah. So yeah,
I don't know how to word the question of the maximum amount of goals.
max goals.
A single soccer match today, there is no theoretical limit to the number of goals that can be scored, as a team can potentially score as many goals as they're able to throughout the game, although the number is usually limited by the opponent's defense and the game's duration. So pretty much whatever. Average goals per game, while there is no limit, the average number of goals scored in professional soccer match is usually around 2 to 3 goals per game.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah.
So maybe it's gonna be 5-5, and then ECE's gonna come in with a
With the finishing,
you know.
like with the tiebreaker goal. Probably. That seems like how it's setting up for it.
I think that'd be lame though.
Oh, yeah, it would 100% be lame.
I kind of want them to be 3-2, come back 3-3, they get a 4-4, and then ECE comes in with a 5-3. Like, don't let them tie. That's too cliche.
Yeah. Don't be the guy that's the tiebreaker. I get what you mean.
Everybody goes to ties.
There's a team called AS Adema that in 2002 won, got the world record for most scores in a game, and I want you to guess how many points they got.
7.
The person or the team?
It's a team
In one game?
in one game. The world record.
10.
7 and 10.
Yep.
Not even close.
20.
You ready?
It's going to be a big number.
43.
149.
Fuck you. When was this?
2002.
If this game recorded,
That would make sense.
AS Adema.
if I played against that team and they did that to me, I'd quit soccer forever.
It was 149-0. That other team did nothing that whole game, apparently.
If I was down 10-0 in a short amount of time of a soccer game, I would leave.
I bet you they would. I'd be like, just stand on the field and just let them run around me. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So prior to that, the highest score was 36. So just thinking about that jump, and that was at the Scottish Cup in 1885. Arbroath beat Bon Accord 36-0 in 1885, and then that record was broken in 2002 by AS Adema, 149-0.
That's ridiculous.
Wild. Those are
That game sounds so fake.
those are
149 to nothing in a soccer game?
Doesn't it?
Watch, that's what ECE's gonna do in the U20 match.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop fucking 145 goals, 47 goals.
He's gonna get a free kick and it's gonna go right in the goal.
Yeah.
Twice.
It's gonna bounce out, bounce in, bounce out, bounce in, bounce out, bounce in.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna work.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep kicking it.
Yeah. That'd be nuts.
Why is nobody stopping this? We don't have a rule for this. What do you mean?
This is anime, motherfucker. What was it? What was I gonna say? You said something. What did you say?
I would have left if I was at 10-0 in that game.
Oh, I had a thought. Can't remember what it was.
Well, then you better play baseball because then you'll have a mercy rule.
Ooh, I know what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I remember now. So we were talking about entering the flow state and how Izugi's probably gonna do something within the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe episode and a half, maybe 2 episodes from now. You know, strictly on the fact that not only did 2 people on the opposing team, 3 people in total have entered the flow state. I want to say it's been the fucking devil guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was someone on our team, the guy with the goggles,
Yep.
and then it was the defending 2-color haired guy. With
The blue-green guy.
yeah, the defense dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
know
think
you're talking
seeing
about
him enter the flow state is gonna probably what tips ECU over the edge.
Mm.
With that, in conjunction with the donkey guy.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I can think of is I feel like multi-eyed guy hasn't put himself in the flow yet. I think he's doing this based off pure instinct.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to probably see Isugi go into the flow and, become more awake. And he's like, okay, time to step up my own game. And then,
Do that.
yeah.
I could see that.
Because for the most part, he seemed like he had fairly good, control of the field other than that one moment that we saw recently.
But Flo is acting off completely on instinct, and that's what he was doing.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
And he was also
Okay,
saying how he's
think
never
about
felt this way before.
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah.
What's with the monk dude who teleports. That's that's fucking crazy.
What?
The
Teleports?
on the U20 team, yeah, he just like has moves where he just kind of like phases through reality and ends up like behind somebody. That's happened a couple times in this game.
Oh, I don't know, man. Anime.
Because he's fast, brother. Hypnotize
Like, he's pulling off like Dragon Ball Z moves. Like,
That's some,
Maybe
yeah.
he's a Krillin.
maybe. I find it funny that his little like dot on his forehead is a tiny little soccer ball instead of like the red dot.
That shit pissed me off.
I think it's hilarious. It's so stupid.
That's why it pissed me off. It's funny, but fuck,
It's
I
the
hate it.
stupidest fucking thing.
Did you see the video of Jake this weekend?
No, I doubt it.
Okay, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I didn't even realize that was a soccer on his head.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cheesy.
It's so dumb.
If that was my
I-
friend, I'd slap him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
You'd slap a monk, Crimson?
Yes.
It's so rude.
If the monk had a soccer ball in the middle of his forehead,
But he loves soccer.
I don't give a fuck.
I'd slap him too. Like, you're
You
better
don't-
than this.
I was saying, he don't love the hand mark across his face after I'm done.
It's all good. Sometimes when my girl acts up, I do the same, dude. You know? It's crazy.
I mean, she's got soccer balls on her forehead all the time.
AKA my nuts. Okay, she beats me too. Sometimes when I
I thought those were
yell,
marbles.
that's true. It's the same size of the guy on his forehead.
Yeah, you got
And that's a soccer
Oh.
ball,
yeah,
not a marble.
You got to scale it down, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
God.
I have to zoom out.
Basically, they're like half the size of the foosball table soccer balls.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact, we went to her work party, Chris's party, and we sat next to one of her bosses, technically, because it's doctor-owned. And I was talking to her husband and at the same time, and I told her husband and the doctor, I was like, yeah, sometimes when I act up, she punches me in the eye.
I tell everybody that I fell down the stairs.
Literally, I was just saying shit like, I was like, yeah, she fucking, like, sometimes kicks me in the nuts when I'm just playing video games and tells me to get off because it's time to go to bed and stuff like that. Like, she gets really violent. And sometimes it scares me. You should have seen her face. It was hilarious.
I bet.
And then I talked to once the doctor left, I talked to the husband about how I used to do cocaine while I was in the military. After he told me he was in the Air Force and was an officer. He's like, dude, that's not okay. And I was like, yeah, but like over half the people that you probably talked to did it. So
Yeah.
Hey, past is past, right?
yeah, like, you know, people grow, but at the same time, guarantee you a shit ton of people do it. So
Yep.
People
It
grow,
was a good
but
time.
almost half the people in the military did cocaine.
it was a great time. It was great. You know, back in the day, they used to bring like fucking like this is way back in the day, not when I was in. They would bring like suitcases of drugs onto ships and stuff, and like pilots would smoke weed inside the aircrafts, and then they would leave like little nuggets in there on accident sometimes, and then people would go and try and turn it in, and they'd be like, "Hey, sir, you fucking left a nugget," and be like, "Keep it." And they'd be like, "Fuck."
Toss it off the boat. I don't care.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. And then they had a zero tolerance policy, and like all that shit stopped because a couple accidents happened, which is fair. Completely,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that
completely
makes sense.
understandable. I was talking to this old dude that was talking about how all that shit used to happen. I was like, "Fuck, brother!
Yeah.
Holy fuck! Yeah, it was a good time." I wouldn't know though. I wasn't there for that, but it sounded like a good time.
Yeah.
The best was when
Dude,
they
just
brought
put
the
your pop
opioids.
back in the cup holder.
I don't trust you enough.
We've been friends for how long?
Long enough for me to know what to expect from you.
You think I'm gonna shake it again?
Yeah, 100%.
I haven't even shaken it yet today. That's
But
fair.
you will.
That's fair. I just picked it up. I haven't shaken it.
You picked it up to threaten to shake it,
Yeah, but
and that was
doesn't-
enough to take away my trust for the situation. I know you well enough, Wiki, and right now you're trying to lull me into a sense of security so
Just
that I
to
put it
fuck you
back.
over.
And as soon as I look to talk to Crimson, and like I'm not paying attention to you enough, it's going to be in your hand.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be shaken.
I don't believe that part.
But I haven't shaken it.
But you want to, and that's enough.
No, I don't.
Lies.
I just want to like make you like. I'm edging you right now. This is what's happening.
That's a bad edge. That's a bad edge. This is the worst hand job I've ever gotten.
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
I am so soft.
I feel like is this what I'm just edging your anxiety?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
That's fucking funny, dude. I'm here for it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Ow. Dude, my hands are so dry because of the winter. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I do though?
Peel
Refuse
'em?
to put on lotion.
Oh. That's fair.
What are all those empty lotion bottles in your room?
Oh, that's just I like to drink lotion.
Hey, if it says raspberry flavored.
Yeah, and it's hydrating.
Facts.
You're gonna tell me if I
You're gonna tell me I'm wrong?
Yeah, it literally says it on the fucking bottle. You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? That I'm wrong? She came down in a freaking bubble, dog. She's the Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
I saw somebody get a tattoo of that.
That's awesome.
The guy like clapping his hands together.
I saw a TikTok of Ariana Grande and Jimmy Fallon recreating that moment with the new Wicked that's out and everything. I was like, that's pretty good.
Dude, that movie's so long.
Part 2's coming out next year.
Part 2?
It's 2 hours.
So-
2 hours and 40 minutes long.
Yeah. So because
What
it's a
the
musical,
fuck?
musicals obviously, they break into intermissions kind of thing. So that's going to be kind of like with this, is that the first movie that just came out is like the first act or the first part.
Doing too much.
I've heard so many people
It's like-
talk shit about that movie.
It's like a 2-hour long play.
I think Wicked's fine. I think that the pacing was bad personally, and I feel like they rushed it really quickly with like things that were supposed to be happening and
But
like,
yet it was 2 hours. and
Rushed
40 minutes
it?
long.
What? It's not even the full thing. What do you mean?
So, have you seen Wicked?
I'm
the
never
play?
Gonna see it.
You haven't seen the movie yet.
No, I said this
Okay.
at the start of the conversation.
So the movie, it
That's my
feels like
surprise of it being 2 parts.
it is like almost 3 hours, yes. But the problem is there's so much that they're doing so fast in this movie. Like one moment, like the main two characters hate each other, and then very quickly now they're all of a sudden BFFs. Like it seems like everything just moves too quickly for them to purposely try to get to where they were wanting their end goal to be for this movie.
You know who also had a super long movie but perfected it?
Peter Jackson's King Kong.
I was gonna say Lord of the Rings, but you're talking about the one with fucking
Jack Black.
Jack Black. That movie was awesome.
That movie was
It's
good.
a cinematic masterpiece,
that
and
was
it's like
such a
3
good
hours long.
Such a good movie. I was going
I
with
keep
Lord
forgetting
of
that
the
movie's
Rings.
long as fuck.
I was talking about Lord of the Rings.
But
But you know what I fucking love the most about that fucking movie?
Which
Lord of
one?
the Rings or
King
King Kong?
movie with the Jack Black.
Mhm.
Is the pizzas that came out when that movie was out. The
Dude.
King Kong pizzas. You
Dude.
know those?
Oh my
I do remember
God,
those.
yeah.
My favorite thing was actually Burger King had what was called the King Kong Shakes, which was just like a the large movie theater
Popcorn buckets?
like cups,
Yeah.
the gigantic ones.
For, like,
It
the
was
slushies?
that, but a chocolate shake.
Oh.
It was the King Kong Shake.
That
And it-
really would
Well,
take
if I didn't develop diabetes before, I would have then.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I just used to eat the fuck out of those King Kong pizzas. Did you guys ever? Did
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
ever have the crusty? Did you guys ever have the Krabby Patty when it was at Wendy's?
No,
Lame.
I'm not a big Wendy's guy.
Yeah, but it's the Krabby Patty, brother.
Well, when they come out with the Krusty Krab pizza, I'll be all about it. How about that? Krusty Krab pizza, pizza.
Pizza.
Any other thoughts on Blue Lock?
Is the pizza, yeah!
For you win.
I turned out the wrong person. I was waiting for you to do it, but that being him.
Just leave it alone,
Perfect.
man. It's fine.
Well, considering
Yeah, fuck you,
I'm
headphone
hearing
wearers.
it and I'm watching the
It's
spikes.
fine. Yeah, but I'm quiet in the audio, and our audio on YouTube sucks anyways. So.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube just doesn't like it. Maybe it's because
That's fine.
of the way I'm like converting it from MP3 to MP4. Maybe.
I
I
don't
can
know.
tell you.
We might need to find someone to help with that. But also, we should get cameras for YouTube.
Yeah.
How much is that camera that we borrowed? Do you know?
The one for November?
Yeah.
That was Gary's.
Oh, it's Gary's camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can ask him. But yeah, the camera would be cool. And then we can start doing YouTube Shorts, because that's actually how we build a YouTube audience these days. Not with long form podcasts, because people don't want to do that if there's nothing to look at.
That's fair.
I know nothing except that
Well, it's
Clemson's
just
got a massive cock.
yeah. If there's one thing we know, it's definitely that. But you watch the Bad Friends podcast.
That fucking
You-
podcast is so funny.
But you probably wouldn't if
I'm
you
Bobby
were
Mom.
if you were staring at a blank screen.
Do you know? That's true. Actually, I do listen to it sometimes.
Sure, but
I just be like putting it on the background, you know.
Mm.
Have you? Do you know who what the Bad Friends podcast is? You may like it, you may not. Depends on how offended you get with humor.
Is that the Bobby Guys podcast?
Lee.
Bobby Lee and
I've seen
Andrew
I've seen
Santino.
snippets on
Okay.
TikTok of it. I've seen some pretty funny things on there, but
That
Yeah.
show is fucking hilarious.
I love them.
you ever watch Kill Tony?
You
You might like that too. That one's just as edgy, but not. It's like a group of comedians. You know that guy?
Oh,
Who
is it
went-
like a panel?
Yeah.
Okay, I've
So,
seen clips
you
of
remember
that.
the dude? The dude got canceled for making a joke about Puerto Rico. I think it may have been that. I don't remember, but he was at a Trump rally, and he was on there, made a joke about one of the countries being a little garbage can because it's infested with trash,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got canceled for it. And but his podcast show, Kill Tony, they have a little bucket that they pull from and have a huge guest of comedians that come on all the time and pull a thing out of a number out of the hat, and whoever's name gets pulled, they get to do like a minute, I think, on stage and try and see how they react, and then they go back and forth roasting each other sometimes, and
Nice.
it's produced a lot of funny comedians. It's got really edgy, I will say, really edgy comedy on there.
Is that where Shane Gillis started? Because I think those were like some of the first clips I saw of him.
He didn't start on that. No, he's
Gotcha.
been funny for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a comedian way longer than that thing started. But he's been a
Gotcha.
guest on there. He's been a guest on there. But that's a pretty funny show. I definitely recommend it. If you if you get upset about certain like jokes and stuff, then I wouldn't watch it.
Did you ask him about the camera while you were up there? Oh.
But but if you don't get upset by certain things that you hear, and
Last week's episode, I mentioned that, in my opinion, comedy's fake, so anything's allowed.
respect that, I agree. But I know some people do get like just not comfortable, which I can understand.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Not every joke is for every person, and as a comedian, you should know your audience, but as an audience member, you should know
The comedian you're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just that kind of thing. But technically, all jokes are allowed, in my opinion.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I joked about my girlfriend beating me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it hurts.
The real joke was that he said it was a joke.
Speaking of jokes, any other thoughts on Blue Lock Season 2?
That was funny.
Man. That was funny.
Am I wrong?
Oh.
I enjoy it enough to where I would keep watching it even if we weren't doing the assignment thing. Not the assignment, but talking about it.
I've been liking the U20 match a little bit more, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they kick the ball differently next time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so mad that one guy fucking took the shot and missed. He was like hyped up so much and he fucking hit the pole. What a fucking bitch. That made me so pissed. I was so mad.
He didn't kick the ball differently in the right way.
He kicked it in the left way.
Yeah.
I get it. I have performance issues too sometimes. You know it happens, but fuck, dude.
Yeah. They don't have a pill for their performance issues
Exactly.
on that.
Or Blue Chew.
They also don't have a pill for performance with animation either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Granted, you know, even it could. Maybe it's not the animator's fault. Maybe it's just because they're like, "This is good enough. Move on," and the animators are like, "Okay," you know.
I mean,
we know they do good jobs because we've seen it before from the other
yeah.
shows.
It's got to be
strictly the studio.
it's got to be a money thing.
It's gotta be.
It's got to be a money thing, especially since how many shots in this season were there of just like a 3D foot sliding across the grass?
Oh,
too damn many.
Like,
I feel like they really did blow most of their budget in season 1 and the movie.
I don't feel like that's how budgets work, though, dude.
yeah, they're given a
set budget for each thing separately.
Yeah, because the studio will order a specific amount of episodes, and then that's when they decide the budget, and then after that they'll negotiate contracts for
Potential
more
futures,
episodes. Yeah.
They probably just had a smaller budget then. Hence why we get so many of the 3D modeled moments.
And maybe
they're probably just trying to use the animation budget they have for this season in moments that are supposed to be like, you know, super impactful or something.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just don't
I
get
guess
it.
we'll find out as we continue watching the season then and see if it gets any better. Spoiler alert, probably won't, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't get why it's like worse or more difficult to just do like repeating frames of people doing a running animation instead of doing this like 3D nonsense.
Really bad.
Yeah.
It literally feels like we're watching a comic book sometimes with motion blur.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Or like an old video game.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching Mario.
Yeah.
Alright.
But alright, y'all.
I'm Mario, and this is Luigi
that was the
Mario.
episode, but the anime assignment that I will be assigning, we already talked about it a little bit, that I just finished, that I absolutely love, is Hajime no Ippo, the fighting, ! It is a show about boxing. It's supposed to be I think if I remember correctly, it was labeled as the best sports anime of all time.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't watch it at 1.5 speed Crimson.
I thought the consensus was Haikyuu, which I've also never seen.
It's not the best sports anime of all time.
I get pretty bussin' though.
It is pretty buzzing, but it's not.
And it doesn't have freeze frames or bad 3D animation.
The clips of it I've seen just look like My Hero Academia, but playing volleyball.
Pretty much. I would say that's a fair assumption.
I will say, I feel like I do like Haikyuu a lot, but when I was watching Haikyuu, at least in some of the moments in Blue Lock, I was kind of like, I felt more hyped up than I did when I would watch Haikyuu in some of the moments.
I can see that. I haven't been nearly as hyped with this season as I have with season 1 with moments, but now well.
But alright, y'all sluts have a good time, keep those bussies tight, and go fuck some grandmas. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Weekly Weebs podcast.
We'll be back next week with more exciting anime talk.
Make sure to join us every show to stay up to date with what's going on in the world of anime. We'll catch you next time.